Good morning, students. Now continue with the revision of motion. In this part, we will study how can we prove the equation of motion. What are the three equation of motion which we have learned? First one is V is equal to U plus AT. You should know the meaning of all the symbols, like the V represent the final velocity of the body, U represent the initial velocity of the body, A is the acceleration here, and T is the time. So this is the first equation. Second one is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And what is at S here? S is the distance, displacement you can say. And the third equation is V square is equal to U square plus 2S. These are the three equations of motion which we generally use for doing the numericals of this chapter of physics, and also of the other chapters like the force and laws of motion and the gravitation, work and energy. All these three equations are also used in other chapters also. Now, in this part, we will study the graph, the graph. Graphical representation. Okay. So graphical representation means if you want to show the graph of moving body, so we can say it like the graphical representation of moving body. So first we will study the distance time graph. Distance time graph. In distance time graph, we represent the time in the x-axis and the distance in the y-axis. This is called the x-axis and this one is the y-axis. This perpendicular is the y-axis and this horizontal line is the x-axis. So x-axis and y-axis. We represent the time in the x-axis and the distance in the y-axis. This time can be in hours and distance can be in distance or displacement. It can be in kilometer, or the time for SI unit. We use the time in seconds and distance in meter. Okay. So suppose this graph is like this. So what is the meaning of this graph? All the graphs have some meanings. Like this distance time graph, it show that suppose the distance at this point is, suppose it is 20 meter. And the time is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what will you say? The distance at the time of 1 second is 20, 2 seconds is 20, 3 seconds is 20. It means the distance is not increasing with the time. It means the object is at the same distance at every moment. So we can say the body is at rest. So this type of graph is called this type of graph show that the body is at rest. Okay. Now the second one. Distance time graph for the body at rest, or we can say a stationary body. This is a DT graph for the stationary body. Now second one, if this graph is like this is the distance and this is the time. Okay, and this graph is like this one, and I'm taking some values here to understand the graph. Suppose this one is 5, 10, 15, 20. It can be any values. Okay, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 and 5. For 1 second it is 5, for 2 second it is 10, for the 3 second 15 meter, and for the 4 second 20 meter. So here it means at equal interval of time it cover the equal distance. For the 1 second it covered the 5 meter. For the other 1 second also covered the 5 meter. For another 1 second it also covered the 5 meter. It means it covered the equal distance in equal interval of time. So here in this case, if the body cover equal distance in equal interval of time, so we will say it like a uniform motion. So this type of graph, which is a slant line having a certain angle with the x-axis, and this type of graph represent the motion of a body is uniform. Okay, uniform motion. Have you remember the definition of the uniform motion? Equal distance in equal interval of time. And this type of graph is also represent the equal distance covered in equal interval of time. So we can say this type of graph is for uniform motion. Now the next one. Suppose the graph is like this one. This is the graph, this is the DT graph, and it is like, it can be like this one, it can be like this. For 5, 10, 20, though I'm taking it like 10, 20, 30 and 40. Okay, and these are the time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for the 1 second the distance cover is 10 meter. For the 2 second it is 31. For the 3 second it is 40. And for the 5 second it is also near about 40. So it means it is not covering the equal distance in equal interval of time. And such type of graph which can be curved like this, it can be curved like this. So these type of curve graph represent the non-uniform motion of a body. Non-uniform motion. Okay. So these are some graph for these are some graph, DT graph. This type of graph represent the body at rest, this type for uniform motion, and this one for non-uniform motion. Okay, if you want to find the speed of a body, or we can say the velocity of a body by using the graph, so how can you calculate it? I'm taking a simple graph like the graph of a uniform motion body, the body which has a uniform motion. So this is a DT graph, and I'm making it like this one. So I'm taking it like 10, 20, 30. These values can be anything. 2 second, 3 second, 4 second. Okay. Suppose you want to find the distance. Suppose this is a point O. This one is A. This one is B. And this one is C. Okay. And this one is D. Suppose. And if you want to find the speed of the moving body from O to A. If you want to find the speed from the body from O to A. From OA. So you know the formula of the speed is equal to distance upon time. So here the distance covered is 10 and the time taken is 1 second. So we can say like 10 upon 1. Okay. If you want to find the distance in speed from A to B, now we are going to find the speed from A to B. So from A to B, it is covering 20 minus 10. है ना? 10 था और 10 से 20 चला गया. So what is the distance covered by it? It is 20 minus 10. And what is the time taken here? 2 minus 1, it is 1 second. So for finding the value of speed for a moving body, if you are given a distance time graph, what will you do? You will find the slope of the graph. This value is called. देखो आपने क्या करा, आपने ये निकालने के लिए आपने क्या करा है, ये में से इसको इसमें से इसको माइनस कर दिया, यानी ये लेंथ आपने फाइंड करी है ये वाली. और अगर आपको अपॉन में टाइम चाहिए था तो आपने क्या करा, ये लेंथ फाइंड करी है ना, यहाँ से इसको माइनस किया है. तो एक्चुअली में फॉर फाइंडिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ स्पीड बाय dt ग्राफ वी फाइंड द स्लोप ऑफ द ग्राफ. दिस वैल्यू, दिस परपेंडिकुलर अपॉन दिस बेस इज कॉल्ड द स्लोप ऑफ दिस ग्राफ. सो वी विल राइट इट लाइक स्लोप AB. So what is the slope AB? Slope is perpendicular upon base. So I am writing it like E. Okay. So BE upon AE. This is the slope of the graph. Okay. So what is the value of BE here? BE is 20 minus 10. 20 minus 10 upon the time is how much? This base is how much? 2 minus 1. It is 2 minus 1. So it will be 10 upon 1, again 10 meter per second. In the first case, it was also 10 meter per second. Okay. So suppose from the same graph, if you want to find the speed from A to C, I am taking from A to C. So you will take the perpendicular, this one. You will have to find the slope of this graph, and this slope is how much? This is perpendicular, and this one is the base. So this is called the slope AC. Slope AC means this perpendicular. I am taking it this point like F. तो आपको होगी CF upon AF. So what is the slope AC? It is CF upon AF. And CF is how much? It is 30 minus 10 है ना. ये लेंथ निकालनी तो क्या करोगे? इस पूरे में से इसको माइनस कर दोगे. ये पूरा 30 है. 30 minus 10 कितना आ गया ये? 30 minus 10. And what is the value of base here? Base is 3 minus 2. यहाँ से यहाँ तक की लेंथ कितनी है? 3 minus 1. Sorry, not 2, 1. So it is 3 minus 1. Again 20 upon 2. It is 10 meter per second. Since the body have a uniform velocity, uniform motion, so you find it the speed at every movement. It is same. It is 10 meter per second. So I think it should be clear to you that for finding the value of velocity or the speed from DT graph, you have to find the slope of the graph. Now the velocity time graph. This was about the distance time graph. Now the velocity time graph. Velocity time graph. Okay, so velocity time graph, in velocity time graph actually we represent the time in the x-axis like same in the dt graph. So this is the time, we represent it on the x-axis. It can be in second, it can be in hours, it can be in minutes, depend which unit is given to you. And in the time axis we take the velocity of the graph, velocity of the body, or we can say it is speed. So I'm writing it like velocity. I'm taking the velocity in meter per second because we know that the SI unit of velocity is meter per second and the time is seconds. So this is the velocity time graph. Here the graph represents that velocity with the time. So if this graph is like this one, okay, so suppose I'm taking the points like 5, 10, 15. So here the speed is 5 meter per second, here 10 meter per second, this represents the 15 meter per second, and these are the time. It can be 1 second, 2 second, 3, 4 and 5. So just study this graph. It showed that in 1 second, at 1 second it has a speed of 15 meter per second. At 2 seconds its speed is 15 meter per second. At 3 seconds it also had a speed of 15 meter per second. It means the body is moving. Since it has the velocity, so we can't say the body is not moving. Actually the body is moving, but the velocity at every movement is same. Suppose the body is moving and its velocity is not going to be changed. So what can you say about it? It means it has a uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. Suppose you are riding a bicycle and at 1 second you have the speed of 15 meter per second. Again in 2 seconds you have the speed of 15 meter per second. Again in 3 seconds you have the speed of 15 meter per second. So what will you say? You will say that your velocity is uniform velocity if you are moving in a straight line. Okay. So for the uniform velocity, this graph represents the uniform velocity of the graph. It represents the uniform velocity of a moving body. And what will you say about the acceleration from this graph? You know the acceleration? Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. So what is the rate of changing the velocity? In 1 second, how much velocity is going to be changed? So we call it like the acceleration. So here in this case, the velocity is not going to be changed. If you are not changing your velocity, what will you say? You will say you will have a uniform velocity but zero acceleration. Since the final and the initial velocity of the body is same, so we will say like the body has a zero acceleration. Okay, is it clear? So if the VT graph is like this, the line which is parallel to the time axis, it represents the body has a uniform velocity but zero acceleration. If a body is moving with a uniform velocity, it means the acceleration of the moving body is zero. Okay. Now second one. If the graph is like this is velocity in meter per second and this is time in seconds. Okay, and this velocity is like this one. I'm taking some values here for our convenience. These are 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Okay, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So at 1 second velocity is 10. At 2 second velocity is 20, at 3 second velocity is 30, at 4 second velocity is 40. So here in this case the velocity is going to be changes, है ना? At every moment. At 1 second it is 10 meter per second, at 2 second 20 meter per second, at 3 second 30 meter per second. So here you can easily saw that, you can see that the change in velocity is equal in equal interval of time. In 1 second its velocity changes from 0 to 10. Another 1 second its velocity changes how much? 20 minus 10, it is 10 meter per second. In another 1 second velocity changes to 30 minus 20, that is 10 meter per second. It means the velocity changes equally in equal interval of time. So if the velocity of the body changes equally in equal interval of time, so I think you should remember the definition of uniform acceleration. The body is said to have the uniform acceleration if its velocity changes equally in equal interval of time. So if the velocity changes equally in the equal interval of time, so we will say it has a uniform acceleration. Means this type of graph in which the VT graph is like this, a slope. So we can say the body has a uniform acceleration. Okay. So this type of graph represent a body has a uniform acceleration. Here in this case, the body start from the zero velocity. So we can say the body start from rest. Okay. So in this case, the body start from rest. So this type of graph, it show the velocity of a body is uniform but have the zero acceleration, or in the second graph, it show that the velocity of the body is going to be changes equally in equal interval of time. So we can say it has a uniform acceleration. Okay. Now the third case. If the velocity time graph is like it can be any type of curve like this one. So this is a curve of the graph. So So this is the curve. And suppose we are taking the values like same as 10, 20, 30 and then 40, and the time is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the time of 1 second it has a velocity of near about 20. At 2 seconds it is about 30, near about 30. At 3 seconds it is 30. At 4 seconds again 30. So here in this case the velocity is not changes equally in equal interval of time. So we can say it is a graph of body has a non-uniform acceleration. So the velocity of the body is going to be changes. So we can say it has a non-uniform velocity. So since the body has a non-uniform velocity, so you can say it should have the acceleration. And what is the type of acceleration it has? It has a non-uniform acceleration. Non-uniform acceleration. Okay. So this is a non-uniform acceleration. Okay, now the derivations. Okay, first I have to explain you how can you find the value of distance and the acceleration from the VT graph. In your exam, I also give a question to you, but most of you have done the wrong that question. This type of graph was that in the question. This was given 6, 30 and this was given 6. So for finding the value of acceleration from the graph, if you want to find the value of acceleration from the graph, you have to find the slope of the graph. So for this question, I'm just going to explain the simple graph for you. First, I will explain the simple graph and then this question. So this is a VT graph and this type of graph is this. In this graph, suppose the body has 10 velocity in 1 second. It has 20 velocity in 2 seconds. It has 30 velocity in 3 seconds. So same as you did in DT graph for finding the velocity of the graph, same thing you will do in this type of graph, that is VT graph, for finding the value of acceleration. Suppose you want to find the value of acceleration and we know the formula for the acceleration is the change in velocity upon time. So according to the formula, at 1 second it has a velocity of 10. In 2 seconds it has the velocity of 20. So this is the initial velocity we can say, and this is the final velocity after 1 second. So the final velocity is how much? It is 20. Initial is how much? It is 10. Upon the time taken is 1 second. So we can say the acceleration is 10 meter per second square. This is the acceleration of the graph. Again, if you want to find the acceleration from the point A to C, what will you do? You will find the final velocity, it is 30. Initial velocity 10. Upon the time taken is 3 minus 1, it is 2. So acceleration is how much? The distance covered, it is 30 minus 10. You start from here and reach at the point C. So we can say the change in velocity is how much? 30 minus 10. Upon the time is how much? 3 minus 1. The time taken to change the velocity is 3 minus 1. You start from here and reach at this point. So here it is 20 upon 2. It is how much? 10 meter per second square. So if you want to find the acceleration from the graph, you have to find the slope of the graph. And what is the value of slope? Slope is how much? It is perpendicular upon the base. So the perpendicular is how much? It is 30 minus 10. What is the value of this one? It is 30 minus 10. And what is the value of this one? This is 3 minus 1. It is 2. So it means if you want to find the acceleration from the VT graph, you have to find the slope of the graph, that is perpendicular upon the base. Here in this question which I have given to you in your examination, I don't know why I have done why have you do this question wrong. It was really a very easy question. Just try to understand it. Okay. At the time of 1 second, at the time of 0 second, it has a velocity of 30. And after 6 seconds, what is the velocity of this object? Its velocity is 0 now. है ना? देखिए यहाँ से चलना शुरू हुआ 30 की वेलोसिटी से. वेलोसिटी डिक्रीज होती जा रही है ना टाइम के साथ. हर टाइम के साथ वेलोसिटी डिक्रीज होती जा रही है. टाइम बढ़ रहा है और वेलोसिटी डिक्रीज हो रही है. And at the time of 6 seconds, it has a 0 velocity. So it means the final velocity of the body is how much? It is 0. And what is the initial velocity? It is 30. And the time taken to change the velocity is 6 minus 1. So here the slope is how much? It is 0 minus 30. The final is 0 and the initial velocity is 30. And the time is how much? It is 6 minus 0. It means minus 30 upon 6, it will be minus 5 meter per second square. So if the graph is like this, VT graph is like this. This is a descending line. So the acceleration will be negative. It should be clear that initially the body has a high velocity and after some time its velocity going to be decreases. It means the acceleration should be negative. So the acceleration will be minus 5. Most of you turn this question wrong. I don't know why. So this is a VT graph, and when for finding the value of acceleration from the VT graph, we find the slope of the graph. And if you want to find the distance from the graph, again in this question, I given you to find the distance covered by the body. And you taking the formula speed multiplied with the time. You know, if the speed means the velocity changes of a body, if the velocity is going to be changes, you can't use the formula distance is equal to speed multiply with the time. You can't use this formula. This formula is only for those objects which has a uniform speed. The speed of the body is not going to be changes. If the speed of the body is going to be changes, you can't use the formula distance is equal to speed multiplied with the time. If the speed of the body changes, means velocity of the body changes, then you have to apply the uniform, equation of motion. Or if you want to find the distance from the VT graph, what will you do? You know, for finding the value of distance from the VT graph, we have to find the area of the slope. Area. Suppose in this question, if you want to find how much distance will it cover in A to B, so you have to find the area of this value, means this trapezium. And the area of trapezium is how much? It is 1 upon 2 h sum of the parallel sides. So in this trapezium, what is the height here? Height is 2 minus 1. This is the height here. Okay. And these are the parallel lines, that is 10 and 20. So if you want to find the distance of this graph from A to B, you have to find the area of this portion. Again in this question, which was given to you in your examination, in this question, if you want to find the distance, you have to find the area cover. So this is the triangle of which you have to find the area. So for finding the distance covered by the body, you have to find the area of this triangle. And what is the area of the triangle? This is 1 upon 2 into base, that is time, into height. Height is how much? It is 30. So it will be 90 meter. So this is the distance cover. Okay. So for finding the distance by VT graph, what will you do? You will find the area of that portion. Suppose you want to find the distance covered from A to C, you have to find the area of this all this portion. Okay. So this was about the dt and the VT graph. Now we will do the equation of motion, the derivation of the equation of motion by using the graph. So I am making the graph here. This is the VT graph. For every equation of motion, you have to draw the same type of graph. This is the velocity time graph. Okay, this is the velocity time graph. And suppose the body start from here. At this point it has the velocity u. So for graph, first you have to write all the values which you are taken in the graph. So suppose the body starts from the velocity of u, and after t time, after t seconds, its velocity changes to v. So here the time is t and the velocity is now how much? It is v. Okay, so this graph represents that initial velocity of the body is u, and after t time its velocity changes to v. I am marking it like O, A, B, C and D. Okay, I think it's enough. So from this graph you want to find the acceleration. You know, for VT graph you want to find the acceleration, you have to find the slope of the graph. And this slope is actually the perpendicular upon the base. So first you will draw the graph and you will write all the information which was given, which you will find from this graph, like the initial velocity is how much, final velocity is what is the final velocity, what is the time. So first of all write down all the values here and then do the question. Let the acceleration of the body is a. So acceleration of the body is slope AB. It is slope AB. Okay, and the slope of AB is how much? It is perpendicular. It's perpendicular upon base. So we can say slope AB is equal to BC upon AC. It will be BC upon AC. So what is the value of BC here? BC is BD minus CD. If you want to find this one, आप क्या करोगे? इसमें से इसको माइनस कर दोगे ना. ये पूरा कितना है? ये पूरा V है. This length is how much? It is V. और यहाँ से यहाँ तक की लेंथ कितनी है? It is u. So we can say BC is v minus u. Again, if you want to find this value, इस पूरे में से आप इसको माइनस कर दोगे तो कितना आएगा? v minus u upon what is this distance AC? It is t. So A is equal to v minus u upon t, and we can use a cross multiplication method. t को इधर ले जाते हैं तो AT is equal to v minus u and v will be equal to u plus AT. This is the first equation of motion. Okay, or for both the equation of motion, the second and the third equation of motion, first you have to do the first equation of motion, because these value will be used in second and the third equation of motion. Okay, for second and the for third equation of motion you have to do this first equation of motion. Okay, now the second equation of motion. What is the second equation? It is S is equal to ut plus half AT square. So it is very clear that you have to find the distance covered by the body. And for finding the distance cover, we know that if you want to find the distance cover from the VT graph, what will we do? We will find the area of the graph. So if you want to find the distance cover from A to B, you have to find the area of this portion. And this portion is in the form of trapezium. So it means you have to find the area of this trapezium. But we take the trapezium in third equation of motion and we can divide this trapezium into two parts. Part 1, this is a triangle, and part 2, this is a rectangle. So if we add the area of this triangle with the area of this rectangle, we can find the distance cover. देखिए एक ही बात है, आप इस पूरे ट्रेपेजियम का एरिया निकालते हो या ट्रायंगल प्लस रेक्टेंगल करते हो, बात एक ही है. तो सेकेंड इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन को इजी करने के लिए अगर आप ट्रायंगल का और रेक्टेंगल का एरिया निकाल के ऐड करते हो तो इट विल बी रियली इजी टू फाइंड द एरिया ऑफ द ग्राफ. ठीक है, तो फॉर फाइंडिंग द डिस्टेंस कवर आई एम यूजिंग नेक्स्ट पेज हियर. S is equal to, it will be area of triangle ABC plus area of rectangle, it is ACDO. ठीक है, तो I am putting the value here. Area of triangle ABC, it will be 1/2 into base is how much? It is AC into height is how much? BC. Okay, plus area of rectangle will be perpendicular, L into B. So it will be L is how much? It is OD multiply with the CD. So we can put the values of these quantities like AC is how much? It is T into BC is how much? BC is V minus U, है ना? So it will be V minus U plus OD is how much? It is T. And CD is how much? It is U. So we find that S is equal to, मैं इसको इधर लिख रही हूँ, है ना, कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता, सॉरी, आप इसको इधर लिख लेते हैं, तो ये आ जाएगा UT. क्लियर? आपने क्या करा, आपने सिर्फ इक्वेशन यहाँ से निकाल के, ग्राफ से निकाल के आपने यहाँ पे वैल्यूज़ पुट करी है. ओके, अब इसको सिंपली हम सॉल्व कर रहे हैं. तो ये U इंटू टी तो हो गया UT, प्लस हो गया हाफ T and V minus U. So now we have to take this first equation of motion. Here in first equation of motion we find the value of V minus U. देखो, आप देखो सेकेंड इक्वेशन मोशन में V कहीं नहीं है ना, और यहाँ पे हमारे पास V आ रहा है. तो हमने क्या करना है, फर्स्ट इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन से यहाँ से V माइनस यू की वैल्यू निकालनी है. राइट इट लाइक द इक्वेशन 1. यहाँ से V माइनस यू की वैल्यू निकालनी है और यहाँ पुट करनी है. अब एक चीज़ का आपको ध्यान रखना है कि आपको सेकेंड और थर्ड इक्वेशन मोशन को प्रूव करने के लिए फर्स्ट इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन तो प्रूव करनी ही पड़ेगी. ओके, क्योंकि यहीं से तो आपको वैल्यू मिलेगी ना V माइनस यू की. So now from the equation 1 we can put the value of V minus U, that is equal to 80. So I'm writing the value of V minus U 80. You can write it like from equation 1. So S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and this is the second equation of motion. Is it clear? And what is the third equation of motion? Have remembered the V square is equal to U square plus 2S? है ना? This is the third equation of motion, and we are going to derive this equation of motion. So for this equation of motion, we have also we have to take the area of this graph. Okay, because in this equation of motion we have the value of S, and S is the distance covered, or we can say the displacement. And for the displacement in VT graph we have to find the area. So again for the third equation of motion you have to find the area of this graph. And for finding the area, you have to take the area of this trapezium. For third equation of motion, it will be easy for you to find the area of this trapezium. For the derivation of third, you will find the area of the trapezium. So for finding the area of this trapezium, okay, देखो फिगर यहाँ है, मुझे यहाँ काम करना है. So आप अपनी कॉपी में इसको फिगर को ड्रॉ कर लीजिए. So it will be easy for you to understand what I am writing in the notebook. So मैं क्या लिख रही हूँ, एरिया ऑफ ABDO ट्रपेजियम. सो वी कैन से लाइक S is equal to एरिया ऑफ ट्रपेजियम ABDO. Okay, now from this graph we know that this, for this trapezium, what is the height of this trapezium? This is the height, and what is this value? T, है ना? And what are the parallel sides? Parallel sides are OA and BD. And what is the value of OA? OA is U. And what is the value of BD? BD is V. So I'm writing the area of trapezium is equal to 1/2 into OD, sum of the parallel side, that is OA, plus BD. And I'm putting the value S is equal to OD. OD is how much? It is T. And OA is how much? It is U plus V. Okay. So I just put the value from the graph. Now for the third equation of motion, you don't need the value of T. Here the time is not present. So what will you do? You will find the value of T from first equation of motion. So I told you it is very important to do the first equation of motion for the derivation of second and the third. So you will find the value of T here, from here. So what is the value of T here? T is equal to V minus U upon A, है ना? And we can write it like the equation second. तो देखो आप फर्स्ट इक्वेशन तो आप करोगे ही करोगे, फर्स्ट डेरिवेशन, और यहाँ पे आप इक्वेशन बना के छोड़ दो टी के लिए, एंड देन पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ टी फ्रॉम हेयर, फ्रॉम द इक्वेशन 2. तो आई एम राइटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ टी फ्रॉम द इक्वेशन 2. इंटू टी इज हाउ मच? इट इज़ V माइनस U अपॉन A इंटू U प्लस V. So S is equal to half V square minus U square upon A, or we can say that 2AS is equal to V square minus U square, or we can say V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. This is the third derivation. So these are the derivation, and this is all about the graph. And in next video we will do some numerical of this chapter, and after this, after understand these graph and the equation of motion, it is easy for you to do all the numericals of this chapter. Okay, till then, जब तक अगला पार्ट हम करते हैं, जब तक के लिए बाय.